The TARDIS ricocheted through the vortex, gliding across minutes and hours, scaling tomorrows next to yesterdays with elegance unseen by any. Inside the ship, the Doctor and Todar circled around the console, the Doctor doing the bulk of the work, but occasionally instructing Todar on a button to press or a switch to flick, as if he were educating him on piloting the ship.
There we go. Excellent. Yes.
They were interrupted by a shrill bleeping sound from a communication hub, and the Doctor quickly zeroed in on it, twisting a knob a few times until a signal came in.
Help us, please. Our ship, the Avant, was attacked. Life support is compromised. We may have an emergency option, but I don't like it. As soon as anyone gets this message, please come to our aid. Spatial coordinates provided.
The Doctor stared up at Todar, tried to conceal a small but still visible smile. He tapped a few more switches, then pulled a big lever, and a groaning of the TARDIS indicated they were about to land somewhere.
Doctor, do you think we can get to them in time? Oh, it shouldn't be too difficult. Coordinates are fairly standard. It's a nice quiet zone. I'd say we make it to them in 3 days after the signal went out.
3 whole days? Couldn't you make it sooner? This is a time machine after all.
Quiet zones are a lot harder to pin down temporally. We've been in a quiet small town where all the days bleed into each other.
So, that's an actual thing?
No, but it's the easiest way to explain it. Here we go.
The TARDIS materialized in a dark hall of a strange empty ship. The halls echoed with hollowness and stagnation. The door was open, and the 2 men stepped out, cautiously examining their surroundings.
Here we are. 3 days later. I sent a reactivation signal to the life support, so it should be... yes, back online.
Are you sure, Doctor?
Look at me, Todar. I'm doing star jumps. Couldn't do that without the gravity and oxygen systems online.
Well, alright, I'm trusting you.
Oh my... Doctor! The air smells like old eggs. But it's still air. Dust and particles and subtle are getting blown around. They'll be filtered out soon enough. Let's find these survivors.
And they began their wandering through the halls, each one as stagnant and devoid of life as the next. Flickering lights and the creaking of metal the only companion to their slow, cautious footsteps. Finally, they came across a large sliding door, pausing before they began the next step of their explorations.
This door should lead to the control room. If there's a good chance of survival, they'll probably be in... here. Todar, get back!
Doctor, it's a Dalek.
Who are you? Are you here to rescue us? What have you done? Don't be afraid, Is the life support back on? Yes, look at us. Could we be standing here like this if it wasn't? I'm coming out. Open casing.
The Dalek casing opened slowly, and as its main body expanded, a fully human woman was revealed to them, looking ragged and hungry, but still very much unharmed and alive.
Thank you. I couldn't stand being in there another minute.
Doctor, she's human.
Excuse me if I'm being obtuse, but one doesn't frequently get distress signals from Daleks, nor do Daleks usually look like, well, you. I'm Captain Evelyn Ventresser from the Despondent Enclave. Not a Dalek. Not even a Khaled.
Despondent Enclave?
Mercenary trading company. They'll take the difficult, uncharted, and dangerous routes across space to deliver goods faster than the legal options. It's admirable work, if not a little foolhardy.
We keep ending up on haulers, don't we?
I'd be offended. If it weren't for the fact that you're right. This is Dalek territory at the moment. It's never been scouted before, but this time we got unlucky. They boarded. We fought. Lost a few good men. One, but the Daleks aren't ones to accept defeat graciously. They sabotaged the life support.
Yes, but we had 3 dead Daleks on board. The ship's power systems were online, so we hooked up the casings to main power couplings and hoped they'd keep us alive until help came. Lucky us. The plan worked.
Well, was it that simple, Evelyn? Of all the life support options, you had to pick the one that prioritizes Dalek life.
I don't like the way you said that, Doctor.
No, you see, Daleks only cared about 2 things: purity and dominance. One supersedes the other. Dalek casings aren't just armor. They're a host of specific devices and plans and properties that exist solely to keep Daleks supreme. Tell me, Evelyn, how do you feel? Angry, hateful, impure?
I feel like myself. Tired, but me.
And your companions, I wonder, who are they? Can you tell me where they are on this ship?
This map here shows the major power outlets. We didn't talk about where we'd go, but if I check output... there! That's where the others are. I would say Plabius is in the engine maintenance area, and Therbald is in medical.
Medical is closest. Come along. Not a moment to lose.
The 3 new companions ran out of the command center and down the hall that led to the medical bay. Todar could sense the urgency in the doctor's every movement and wondered what had him so on edge. He had other questions too, and figured they'd be easier to ask at this point. So, you guys don't exactly seem like the greatest warriors. No offense, but a captain, a medic, and an engineer walk into a room with 3 Daleks? That's an obituary, not a punchline.
Far be it from me to agree, but Todar is right. This ship hardly seems to have any equipment capable of besting a Dalek, let alone 3.
We were lucky. Part of the cargo we were transporting was meant for the edge of the galactic schism.
The what? The edge of the final conflict between humans and Daleks, the tail end of the last great Dalek war. What was this cargo?
A last-ditch effort. Biological warfare. An untested virus, specifically programmed to only attack Dalek mutants. It was equally last-ditch for us. The development had been very mixed. There's no guarantee humans would be affected as well.
And yet, here you are. And here we are. Medical bay. Please be cautious. We don't know what we might find.
The door opened slowly, with as much tension in its gears as billowed around them as they waited. Sure enough, in the room was a lone Dalek casing, next to an outlet in the hall, haphazardly wired into it for extra power. Therbald, we're being rescued.
You're out of your casing.
Yes, they've gone to life support back on and running. It's safe to come out.
You look different.
What?
Therbald, open your casing quickly. You are not like me. You are impure. You must be...
Therbald, there's still time.
Open your casing.
Therbald, remember your family. Remember your daughter.
My... daughter?
Your daughter. You were gonna leave the crew after this job to spend a year with her before she left home.
Yes. Yes. My daughter. How did I forget my daughter? The Dalek casing is affecting you, altering you. You need to think clearly in your mind. Open the casing. Please. Open casing.
The casing slid open, and a young man fell out, looking far more worse for wear than Eve Lane did, but still alive, and in one piece.
Therbald!
Doctor, is he all right?
Still fully human. How do you feel?
Cloudy. My brain is so fogged up.
It shouldn't last. Breathe. Focus on the things you love, the things that give your life meaning.
Like my daughter.
Yes. What Dalek has a daughter? Evelyn, the process is moving fast. We have to get to the engine room now.
Straight down the hallway until the yellow door, then left. I'll follow you once Theribold can walk.
Thank you. Todar, come on.
Right behind you, Doctor. Together, the two raced down the hall, past the control room they'd started at. Further still. Doctor, explain to me what's happening.
Hopefully nothing.
That's not the answer I wanted, and you know that.
The Dalek casings. If the Dalek mutant inside is dead, the casing can find a new host, alter it, convert it. It would never be a pure, accepted Dalek, but a ruthless killing machine nonetheless. It would work its purpose and be exterminated when real, pure Daleks came in to take over.
And that's what's happening to Theribold? What could be happening to Plabius?
Precisely. Starts with the mind. Once the mind is broken down into that simplistic binary of Dalek, hate, and conquest, the rest falls apart. We can only hope Plabius's mind is strong.
Yellow door. I guess we're gonna find out. Footsteps came into proximity. Todar and the Doctor turned to see Evelyn and a more upright but still sluggish Theribold joining them. Now hold on. He's our crewmate.
He's right. We need to be there. Understood. Let's go.
They opened the door and went down the new hall together. The door marked engine room revealed itself soon enough. As the door slid open, they once again found a Dalek. Unlike before, though, this Dalek was mobile and moving across the floor of the engine room with sluggish but purposeful meanderings.
Hello? Plabius?
Who are you?
I'm a friend. Your crewmates are here. It's safe now. You can come out.
The life support's back on. We're all okay.
Come on out, Plabius.
Come out?
You just have to think open casing. Then you'd be free. It'll be over. I can take you home.
Very well. Open casing.
The casing opened, but there was no human inside. Merely a skeleton, which clattered out onto the floor. Inside the casing was a horrible mass of pulsating flesh, only identifiable as human by the eyes lodged randomly in the amorphic creature that was once Plabius. Doctor, he's been fully converted.
Plabius! No!
Oh, God!
Foreign contaminant removed! You will all be exterminated! You are all impure!
Run.
But
Run! They ran out of the engine room quickly, their bald sealed doors behind them, hoping that would at least buy time. It took a moment to regroup and plan their course.
It's so far to the TARDIS, Doctor. What are we gonna do? I grabbed these in the control room. Take this, Todar.
Communicators? Why?
Ship this size, there should be hatches. Service hatches. Evelyn, you know where they are. Todar, find the nearest one and head back to the TARDIS with these two. I'll take the main hall with this.
Oh, I get it.
Get it. So, no time. Run. I'll see you soon. Todar, Evelyn, Theribold. Run!
Be careful, Doctor. We've got a lot more adventures to get through.
Yes, I shall.
Todar, Evelyn, and Theribold ran off, Evelyn pointing out the nearest service hatch. The Doctor took a deep breath and waited for the moment the Dalek broke open the engine room door. The explosion of the door seal being shattered came, and the Doctor readily jumped into action.
Everyone run!
Pursuit in progress! All amphibious species will be exterminated!
Might help if you could catch us first.
The Doctor turned and began running down the hall. The Dalek followed in pursuit precisely as planned. In a separate part of the ship, Todar, Evelyn, and Theribold squeezed through narrow passages, headed to where the TARDIS was. Todar reached into his pocket, hoping he remembered the TARDIS key. It was there, warm and comforting in his pocket.
Oh, confound it! The door, it's been locked.
Connection to ship controls has been achieved! All exits have been cut off!
Well, everyone, this appears to be the end of the line.
Prepare for extermination! Where are the others?
These others.
The Doctor lifted the communicator in his hand. Still on, still broadcasting the sound of the three others making their escape to the TARDIS.
A communications device? Explain!
They're already gone. I had them broadcast the sound of their escape so you'd follow me thinking it was all of us. All you get, old chap, is me, I'm afraid.
No matter. Prepare to be exterminated.
Wait, I have one more thing to say.
Very well.
20 rels.
Explain.
The doctor tossed the communicator to one side and began pacing back and forth while talking, keeping a count in his head.
Dalek nano-injectors take around 72 hours to fully convert a human to a Dalek. Your physical form may have been there already, but there was still some fine-tuning to finish. It'll be finished soon.
Then I shall be pure.
Think back on what your body did before getting in that casing. How did the Dalek in your casing die?
There was a virus. It is gone.
Is it? Funny, because the virus was designed to be airborne, but it needs to come into contact with 100% pure Dalek DNA. DNA you'll have in... well... now.
I am unharmed. The Daleks will not be defeated.
I'm terribly sorry, old chap, but I rather think you will be defeated.
The doctor, please tell me.
Plabius, is that you?
Doctor, will I have peace?
Soon, I promise. Soon.
Doctor,
Yes?
you are a terrible liar. Initiating self-destruct sequence!
No. Plabius, are you still in there?
Ship controls disabled!
At the words of Plabius, the doors all opened, allowing the doctor easy escape. The doctor made his way through the hallway, but turned briefly to stop and glance a thankful farewell towards Plabius.
Brave heart, Plabius.
Exterminate! Leave, Doctor!
The doctor ran through the corridors, left and right, past the control room, until the familiar friendly sight of that blue box was finally visible once again. He pulled out his key quickly and pushed the door open with exceptional speed and force. Todar jumped up to greet him.
Doctor, finally. Plabius's Dalek initiated a self-destruct. We cannot dally for a moment. Todar, I'll enter the coordinates. You stop the old girl up. Right. Stand aside, Evelyn. Plabius is... really dead, isn't he?
No tears now, Evelyn. He wouldn't want it.
Quite right. And besides... now, Todar. Besides, what really matters is the virus. It'll be lost in the self-destruct. We never saved any copies of it. Well, not quite. While I was luring the Dalek away, I managed to make a nice little detour to the storage. Would, 20 vials suffice? Oh, Doctor, you're amazing! Just helping. Isn't that right, Todar?
Yeah, that's the doctor. Always helping.
Sometimes he even gets it right. He may have just helped end the war against the Daleks.
The doctor began fiddling with more switches on the console once again, and the TARDIS once more swam through currents of temporal waves as they headed to Evelyn and Theobald's destination. Parting was swift and minimal, as neither of the passengers wanted to waste a moment without getting their weapon to their fellow combatants.
And just like that, everything ends. The last great Dalek-human war concludes. Never thought I'd have a hand in this event, even indirectly. Does it make you feel proud? It's a complicated question to answer, Todar. I abhor violence, and I abhor genocide, but the Daleks are a very unique case. They've never been redeemable or changeable, and I've spent so many lifetimes trying to do just that. One time in my life, I even had the option to stop them at the very root of their existence. Leave it to humans, I guess. We probably are better built for war anyway. Perhaps. Well,
onward to new adventures. The TARDIS vanished away, unseen by many that bustled around it, and clearly noticed by the two people running frantically towards it. Evelyn and Therbold were in a mad dash to reach the TARDIS doors, but arrived at their destination too late, staring at nothing but the view of what was behind the TARDIS.
No, this is bad! Doctor, can you hear me? You've dropped us at the wrong place!
The last great Dalek-human war is ancient history. Why would we even be here?
Doctor, please, we need to be there. We need to help end the war.
Do you think he even knows about it?
He has a TARDIS. He's a Time Lord. Of course he knows about the Time War.
Well, the problem is, he doesn't. Evelyn turned in shock, to be met with an exceptionally out-of-place cloaked figure. In spite of his unusual presence, she recognized him immediately, and felt only relief at his presence.
Castellan Feltis. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, we thought we were lost.
Very unusual for that doctor to be involved in any of this. The events of the Time War are temporally locked in Gallifreyan history. He's not supposed to be involved in this until his 8th incarnation.
That explains why he dropped us in the wrong place, but we have the virus.
Excellent. I'll take you back to your destination, but I must confer with the High Council. The Doctor's involvement in the Time War is a tumultuous issue in general. Him getting involved too early is an extreme risk.